And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm your host, Golden One, aka Remy Gold. Today I thought I'd just talk about the 1 month of using this guy. So yeah, I got it a bit late after release, a couple of weeks. I live in the southern hemisphere. I haven't really changed my views at all from the first impressions. Some things I would say, some negatives, obviously a lot of positives, and some maybe ideas for the future updates I would like to see. Now, I have learned that hoping for a future update to change something is not something you should count on, and just if it happens, it's a bonus. Otherwise, you're waiting for this thing to happen that's never going to happen. Now, first things, the build quality. Let's talk about that. On the pictures, it looked kind of like, I don't know what this thing looks kind of toyish. I like the way it looks, by the way. But then when I got it feels solid. It's a well-built machine. It's kind of weighty. It feels right. The pads feel great. It's nice and soft, and textures on the machine is great. Knobs feel good. So yeah, absolutely no fault there. I'm not a big fan of the speaker, as I said. But I guess some people do use it. I feel like the screen could have been a little bit bigger. Instead of having a speaker there, maybe a bigger screen. I can still use it. It's not a problem. I'm thinking of maybe changing some of the knobs. I like a bigger knob there. And maybe changing this knob. I like the colors. I like the way it looks. Inputs. Let's talk about that quickly. Incredible. Pretty much everything you need. USB-C sampling. I said, if it has that, I'm buying it. If it doesn't, I'm not buying it. After I had the SP-4 Mark II, just being able to pop in your iPad and sampling a soft synth, koala sampler I use quite often, making a loop in that and maybe just dragging across. I love the way that works, but saying that, it doesn't really work between the SP-4 and the MPC. You can't do the sound between them. I don't know why. And also I found, I used to do with the SP-4 Mark II and the USB, straight into my phone's USB, and then record a video, and the audio from the SP-4 will, like a microphone, record into the video. When I tried to do that, it was kind of messed up, so I don't know. Akai needs to figure that out. It should be able to talk to each other as it does with an iPad or a phone if you're sampling. I don't know if it's user error. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, and all the inputs, fantastic. I haven't really used MIDI much, but I will do. So yeah, build quality, fantastic. I'm very happy with it. It feels good. We'll see in the long run how it stands up, but I like it. Another future request I would like to make is with the knob effects. At the moment, it's velocity sensitive, meaning how hard you press it, the effects will come in, and it's extremely hard to get it precise. Especially with beat repeat or some of the other things, you just want a little bit, or you have to press it first just to see where it goes. And it's kind of like a performance effect, so it's hard to do to get it in time. So my idea would be to you press the pad, it triggers it, but it stays at 0, and then you use the fader. So the fader would be a 0, you press it, and then as you go up, maybe in the middle 50, obviously top 100%, you could kind of like play with the fader to bring in the effect. On the EP133, fader is used for effects, and it's fantastic, especially in live performance. I think that's kind of underutilized, the fader. I think that would be a great way to do that and have more control. Pad sensitivity effects, it's I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea, personally. If you like it, let me know, but I think that's one of the things I would change. Secondly, a future request I would like to make, but I'm not hoping for it, but it would be nice. I know the whole idea of resampling is in here, and if you have an effect on something, you bake it in by resampling it. But I would like to see some buses, maybe 4 buses, effect per bus, and then you can send the pads to whatever bus you like, or multiple buses, and then you add the amount of effect per bus. The bus 1 reverb, bus 2 maybe compressor, bus 3 I don't know, tremolo, whatever, and you can just send it to different pads. So I would like, that's kind of how the MPC Live works. I know MPC Live, obviously you can have a lot more effects per bus 4, and then you can add per pad, so it almost becomes unlimited, the amounts. So that would be great to have some kind of bus, but it doesn't have to be too much, you know. It's like 4 effects, 4 buses would be fantastic. I feel like that's, you know, that's enough. So I'm not expecting too much, but just a little bit, you know, like to just to be able to control the effects a little bit more per pad or per sound. What the EP133 does, it's per bank. So if you have a per bank effect, so basically if you have a reverb on bank A, all the pads, all the sounds on bank A would have the reverb on it. You control the amount of reverb like that. That's kind of a cool idea too, because you have so many banks here. You can add like your samples on this bank. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but I think having buses would be fantastic in the future. Some problems I've had was it froze a couple of times. Now on the MPC Live and previous MPCs, if you have it freezes, you have to switch it off, and when you switch it back on, you've obviously lost everything you've done. Luckily with this, when you switch it off, switch it back on, everything you've done was still there. So it happened twice. Usually when I'm moving fast, my muscle memory kicks in, I'm in the zone and I'm making beats, and then boom, it freezes. Hard reset, switch it back on, everything's still there. So it's bad, but it's not that bad. Secondly, maybe because of my card, the flash card, I think you call it, memory card. If you go through the sounds quickly, especially bigger sounds, it can also freeze trying to catch up, but you just wait a second and it will catch up to maybe the next sound you're playing. So say you're playing a long sound and you move to another sound and you press that, it might stutter and might freeze a bit, but luckily it catches up, so you can't move too fast, maybe through big samples. I don't know if other people have that problem, but that happened a couple times, so just be aware of that. Feature requests, otherwise I don't really have that much. I think keeping it simple is the beauty of it, you know. The sound, let's talk about the sound. Let's compare it to other samplers I have, SP-404 Mark II and the EP133, and I have other samplers too, but I feel like they're in the similar price range, similar competitors. Talking about the SP-404, the biggest strength I think is the effects. The effects on this is good, but if you look at the reverbs and the compressors and the effects on the SP, you know, it's at a different level, because that's what they do. You know, they own the Boss guitar pedals, I think is part of Roland, so they know their effects, so they're really good at that, where this machine maybe is better at chopping and sequencing. Now the EP133 also, they don't have a lot of effects, but the delays and the reverbs are really, really good. So sound wise, the effects on this is alright. I remember listening to the EP133 when I got it, it just sounds a little bit nicer straight out the box. Same as the SP-404. This one sounds good, but it's, you know, you have to tweak it a little bit to push it a little bit more. But I feel like that's with most of the new MPCs, they sound good. If you look at, like, for example, I remember I got the MPC 1000 many years after, and everything just sounded so nice out of that machine without any effects. I don't know what it is, but it's not a myth. I really truly believe there's something in that machine that just makes it sound thicker and warmer or nicer to my ear. Same as the MPC 2000 XL. So the older MPCs, they have something, they have a sound. The newer ones, not so much, but it's not a bad thing always. I mean, it would be nice, but it sounds good, but you have a lot more capability to make it sound fantastic. So obviously through effects and EQing and stuff, you can get there. I also remember the Digitact. I had the Digitact 1, and it also had this really crisp sound, very digital, but in a good way. But I mean, 8 mono tracks. It's kind of like the polyphony was cut short very quickly for me in that machine, but it sounded fantastic and was built like a tank. Digitact 2 is another machine I might be interested in the future. But for now, I'm very happy with this. I wouldn't say the honeymoon period is over. I feel exactly the same way I did on day one. And I'm still excited, you know, to sit in front of it, switch it on. And it's so nice to switch it on, and you, like say maybe yesterday you were working on a beat, you can just jump straight back into it. You have to reload the song or the beat, whatever you made, you can just jump back straight into it. You know, you make a beat, you let it, you know, simmer for a while, you think about what you want to do the next day, an hour later, whatever, you switch it on, it's there for you to work on again. I usually make 4 or 5 beats, or I try to do a beat per bank. Anyway guys, enough rambling. That's my thoughts for the first month. If you want to support this channel, please drop a like, maybe a sub, and if you really want to help, you can buy me a coffee. We are not monetized, we don't make any money on this channel, so if you want to help out, buy me a coffee. The link is in the description. Please leave some comments, any questions you have. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know. I'll see you next time. Golden One out.